الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. In a video before this one we spoke about music, and we mentioned that some of the ignorant people of today, who sadly many Muslims listen to them, allow them to their masajid to give khutbah and classes, but they're ignorant. These people resurrected the wrong fatwa by Ibn Hazm that was criticized by scholars who are more knowledgeable in the religion than Imam Ibn Hazm. May Allah forgive him. So he resurrected that fatwa that music is halal. We spoke about it in that video. Please watch that video. Today we'll talk about music and the role it has played in the devastation of the Muslim Ummah. Music is connected to things to say, poems or whatever, and dancing. They come together. There was a conference years ago in Chicago, an Islamic conference, and I was helping a brother sell some good Islamic books. So I went there and we attended the bazaar. I call it bazaar, where thousands of people, looks thousands, hundreds at least, going back and forth. And, very few women were wearing proper hijab. The men, very few men were wearing the beard. And so we crossed the hall to go to the section they gave us, which was way in the back, and it is a big hall belonging to a big hotel in Chicago. So while walking there, I said to the brother, I hear music. He said, what? I said, I hear music. So we kept going. We reached a stage where grown men, some of them with beards, dancing, very loud music and dancing, and they're like into it, really, like they sunk deep into this Sufi dance. They were Sufis, and I don't know what the guy was saying. I can never understand what they're saying, but anyway, Sufis, a combination of music, dancing, and words. Add to the combination full-grown men, maybe their children and wives and sisters maybe watching them, and they're dancing. I don't know why they keep doing that. I mean, are they trying to catch their tail? Anyway, so it was disgusting. And they looked like they were Arab or Turks. Anyway, so we kept going to the end of the hall. There was another group listening to music and somebody saying things. So when I came closer, I found a group of men, women, and children. African Americans, Arab, Pakistani, whatever. They were just a group. Not as big as that dancing tail catchers, but it was loud. So there was a brother there who was African American. I thought that he, among the group that was there, he was more receptive. It showed on his face. He was humble. I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save him from these things. Well, anyway, I came closer to him. I said to him, brother, what's going on here? He said, this is Islamic rap. I said, what? He said, Islamic rap. And this is years ago. Now it's become famous, popular among people. But there, in Chicago at that time, it was like a new thing to me, because I'm not into music or musical stuff, and keep going like this, you get dizzy. Anyway, so I said, what? He said, Islamic rap. I said, brother, I have a question for you. And Allah knows that I thought this brother was a good brother, but misinformed. So I asked him, brother, we know from the Sunnah that for each one of us, and from the Quran too, from the Quran and Sunnah, that each one of us has two angels accompanying them all the time. One on the right side, recording the good deeds. One on the left side, let me use the left hand, left side, recording the evil deeds. He said, yeah. I said, I'm going to ask you a question. Brother, please think about it. Who do you think among the two angels is recording this for you today? The brother was sincere. He said, nobody asked me this question before. I said, can you please do me a favor and think about it? You have your two children here. And the brother was almost dancing to the tune of the Islamic rap. And that guy was, of course, rapping and saying stuff and music and, but it's Islamic. Yeah. So I said, your children are here. Think about them to see their father, instead of having respect for the father, see you dancing. Yeah, this is not good for you, brother. And he accepted what I said. May Allah reward him. Inshallah ta'ala, he left that stuff. So he said, nobody asked me this question before. I said, well, it's the time to think about it. Also, since these people say it's halal, so is it possible for a good practicing Muslim saying to another good practicing Muslim, let's dance in the sake of Allah, because it's halal and it's Islamic? And he almost laughed. He said he felt ashamed. We spoke about the hadith collected by Imam Bukhari. It's authentic, continuous chain of narration. He heard it from his teacher, and his teacher from all the teachers, from their teacher, from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. لَيَكُونَنَّ مِنْ أُمَّتِي أَقْوَامٌ يَسْتَحِلُّونَ الْحِرَ وَالْحَرِيرَ وَالْخَمْرَ وَالْمَعَازِفِ. There will be members of my ummah, meaning later, after his time, يستحلون, treat as halal, الحرة, الزنا, والحريرة, wearing silk for men, والخمرة, intoxicants, والمعازف, and musical instruments. They will make them as halal. Mention musical instruments there with three of the major sins. So it's haram. The video before this one, please watch it. We spoke about one of the major ignorant people in our time who's watched and viewed by so many people. They invite him to their masajid so he can talk to them about the religion. He's a jahil. He resurrected a fatwa by one of the scholars of before who made a mistake, Ibn Hazm, rahimahullah, who claimed that this hadith is not authentic. But we have the same hadith from other chains of narration which he did not investigate, Ibn Hazm, and those who had more knowledge about hadith and fiqh than Ibn Hazm rebuked him. He said, no, you're wrong. Anyway, so he resurrected that thing that music is halal, and I responded to it. So if you think music is halal, look at the consequences. You see, if music is halal, where is the limit? Where is the limit? And if you think it's halal, so this angel here is busy recording for these good deeds. You're listening to music. Which kind of music? If you say just played by Islamic or Muslims, like it's halal music, like halal dhabiha, where did you get this distinction from? If it's halal, it's halal. What kind of music? What's in it? So music brings with it dancing. Dancing comes usually with words to say, and then you see people drowned in it like those Sufis. Wow. If I do it 2-3 times, I might fall down because you get dizzy. How do these people keep doing this for a long time? And they were the same group. They would take a break and then go back and dance. And music was horrible, terrible, not good music, very loud, full-grown men dancing like what? No, okay, dancing. So if it's halal, then where is the limit? Why can you? Why would you tell people, oh, this kind is halal, this kind of music is not halal? Who gave you this authority to decide? Yeah, Muslims. Music is haram. The Sufis devastated the Muslim Ummah. Devastated the Muslim Ummah with their deviations from the creed, the practices of Islam. Many Muslim areas were occupied by Christian forces directly because the Ummah was now weak. They have deviated from the religion, and the Sufis have played a role in leading Muslims to submit to those kuffar who occupied Muslim lands. And then with all the trouble we have in the Muslim world, you see these people bringing this stuff here. Allah gave you the opportunity to break free from all this madness. Why do you bring it here? Why? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And then for someone to come, like, we don't have enough trouble. Music halal. No, it's not halal. You're an ignorant jahil, and you cannot stand against the hadith. The hadith says they will make as halal zina, wearing silk for men, drinking khamr, and musical instruments for sisters of haram, major haram. So to talk about Islamic rap or Islamic non-rap, I blame the Arabs, the Arab people, and the Turks in specific for bringing this Sufi stuff into here. And many native Muslims, African Americans, Latinos, others were deceived by those Arabs because they're thinking, these are Muslims, they must know their religion, and into thinking that music is halal. So the Arabs are to blame, and la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Dear brothers and sisters, please, you have to fight with words and knowledge this shameful way of behaving, and then ascribing what you're doing that it's halal. Did Rasulullah do it, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his companions? Who brought us victories that we're still enjoying today? This vast Muslim ummah, who conquered most of it? The companions of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They did it with music. So they bring victories, we bring people dancing, trying to catch their tail. Let me finish with it. Let me say this. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. Stick to the Sunnah, brothers and sisters. Really. My name is Jalal Abualrub, Jalal Abualrub, Abualrub. Please go to our website, islamlife.com, 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 and donate, so we can continue working for the propagation of the Islamic religion as it is, without change, and to respond to those who are trying to corrupt our religion. It's our religion. They don't own it. Those who abide by the Quran and Sunnah, they are the ones who are the soldiers of Islam. But this dancing, they never brought a single victory to Islam, not one. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.